Leaves from my journal, Logan Pierce's daily writings from the Washington, D.C. South Mission. Day 75, June 11th, 2006. We taught in tonight. So how did it go? Score 1 for the Jehovah's Witnesses. He showed us his study buddy. Study buddy is the name I use to denote any book that helps you interpret the scriptures. I'm so upset right now. The Jehovah's Witnesses did a number on in. Where is his hope? The Jehovah's Witnesses told him that we don't have a chance of getting into heaven. Only 144,000 will be able to live with God, and there's nothing we can do to change that. It's all predetermined. The best we can hope for is to live on the earth when Christ comes again and never die. Living forever on a perfected earth and never die. This religion, the Jehovah's Witnesses, at least right now, to me it feels like an evil twin. I might change my mind later. They preach about the great apostasy. They're the only other church I know of that even acknowledges it. So they got that going for them. Thanks for getting the word out, guys. Now tell them about how the church was restored. Be careful what you wish for. They claim that the beliefs of the Jehovah's Witnesses are a, quote, restoration of first century Christianity, unquote. They use the word restoration. It feels like Satan is laughing at us. I plan on discussing different doctrines from the Jehovah's Witnesses. I'll do that when there's more time. Day 76, June 12th, 2006. Exchanges. I'm back in Reston today with Elder O.R. We went tracting today. Since Elder O.R. is the district leader now, I was able to pass some things off for certification. I'm almost finished. When I get certified, I plan to write down everything that went into it. Let me talk briefly on the Jehovah's Witnesses. I've decided not to spend too much time in my journal on what they believe. It's false doctrine, and let's just leave it at that. The last thing I'll say on the matter for now is what happened when we taught in yesterday. They believe that Adam and Eve were the biggest dim bulbs in the history of mankind. If they didn't eat the fruit, it drives me nuts. It makes no sense. I don't know if I can finish writing this. Anyway, they believe that it was not our Heavenly Father's original plan for man to die. What he wanted to have happen was for Adam and Eve to live forever and have children. When they ate of the fruit and transgressed the law, they were cast out of the garden. This is when, according to them, God scratches his head and goes, "Well, that didn't turn out how I thought it would. Guess I'd better switch to plan B." They say that Satan won in the Garden of Eden, that the only reason why we even needed Jesus Christ and his atonement was because Adam and Eve couldn't keep their fruit-picking hands to themselves. It's perverted doctrine. There's something malevolent about the whole concept. I joke, but there are people out there, sons and daughters of God, that believe this garbage. They also don't believe in celebrating Easter, Christmas, birthdays of any kind, Leif Erikson Day, and any other holiday you can think of. They don't believe in patriotism or saluting the flag. They don't believe in blood transfusions. They don't even believe in the tooth fairy. The thing that pains me is they don't think it's possible for them to return to live with their Heavenly Father. Actually, I shouldn't say return. They also don't believe that there was a pre-mortal world where we lived with our Heavenly Father. This was brief. I know, I didn't mean to talk this much on the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's just, once I get on a roll. Tomorrow's a big day. Temple conference. I'll report back later. But thank you for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more Leaves from my journal. Until then, bye.